Mm. Mm. Carolyn,
Uh, I look terrible. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
why do you look terrible?
My hair. Hmm. When I went
Well,
to
I
when
look
I
so good with my hair back.
no, that's okay. I don't mind it. I love it because I can get more work done and be busy and not worry about it. But I was had a busy day, and when I had my hair done last week, there my hairdresser is having a rough time in business, so there was no air on, and my hair just it was horrible. So I just wore it up. That's all.
Hi, Alyssa. She had no
Hi.
she had
How you
no air on when she was doing your hair.
Yeah, she had no air on. And I know her well, and I'll go through all of the
Isabella,
problems that she has. Hi, hello.
I,
But anyways, so that's
so your hair just flopped?
so it just looked terrible. So I just decided to wear it back, and I don't have to worry about it, taking it out of my eyes. And at least, this is me.
Well, I'm letting my hair go curly, so this is me too.
Well, what can we
Isabella,
say?
what happened to you?
Isabella, where's Isabella? Oh,
Isabella, you came in, you went out, you came in. Ken, I guess, got another job because he says he's still at work.
oh my. Well, I'm happy he's working. Good for him.
Sorry, I'm back.
What happened?
Oh, I just went to grab something. Sorry about that.
Can't you do it from work? I guess Kenny got another job.
Good
Ooh,
for him.
congratulations.
Good. Alyssa, how are you? I'm sorry that I didn't say anything to you last week. I'm very happy to see you're back.
Yeah, no worries. I'm happy to be back too.
And
Summer
how's your
Yes,
work?
we missed you. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. Although I've already started working, even though class is haven't started yet,
And you,
but
oh, you don't know
yeah,
yet.
classes start next week.
Well, congratulations,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Congrats.
Oh, I guess Jake isn't coming tonight because he's sick.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, more and more of my friends are getting sick right now, even though it's summer only.
I hope not with
Really?
COVID. With what? With just colds, you mean, and stuff? Or I don't know why my
I don't know. I think some of them aren't really testing, so they don't really know.
Mm.
Hi,
So yeah, it's probably
Brandon.
COVID.
Well, we won't tell anybody.
Okay.
Uh-oh, here we go. Just a minute.
Jake's not coming. I don't know. There's a
How are you, Brandon?
Doing all right. How's everyone doing?
Good.
good. We're doing good. So Kenneth won't be here, but Eamon should be here, and
Is
Liz,
Mr. Andy?
and Andy should be here. I can't figure out. Every time I just think I've got the whole class completely organized. Oof, oof. That's going to be my new motto. Oof. Here's Eamon. And Andy should be here.
I'm gonna go off for a minute. I kind of have, I'm here, but
Hi, Eamon.
I have an HOA meeting going on about putting on a new roof, so I kind of have to be in both places, but to vote. But there's only 4 people in the meeting, so there'll be times when I'll turn off the audio when I'm not acting. And that's
Okay.
so I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody, but what can I say?
What can you say?
Yeah.
It's an HOA that you've got. And
Yeah, I'm an HOA member, so I have to.
Are you gonna have an assessment?
Yes, a big one.
Oh, the
We have
worst.
a roof and new windows putting in. And
No.
yeah, it's like I'm woo. It's my parents' apartment who had the money. But anyways, it's okay.
It's your parents' apartment?
It was. I inherited it. And and so I have made all the assessments late in the last time, maybe about $25,000 in assessments the last few years. And what can I say? But it's worth it because if the building is sold, I mean, if the unit is sold, it'll be worth a lot of money now because we'll have a new roof, we'll have new windows where the rain doesn't come in, and they're beautiful. My apartment happens to be really lovely.
Looks lovely. I
Yeah,
can
well,
see.
not this one, where the other one that my parents left me. It's in
Oh,
Beverly.
you've got 2 apartments they left you.
I do, poor thing. I'm not, I mean, oh my God. I mean, it's a joke, but it's okay. It's okay. It's amazing how you stretch money. Now I know how the rich get rich. I know how they do it. They become very cheap. Very
Isn't
difficult.
that the truth?
It is the truth.
It is the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, I noticed that rich people they're not generous.
Depends who they are and their background. It
You
all.
have to sort of become a Scrooge.
Yeah, I mean, anyways.
Well, that's probably how they survive.
Yeah,
Where's Andy? Andy should be here. I don't.
I'm going to go off just for a minute, but I will be back. Okay, everybody.
Okay.
And I'm very
Okay,
happy.
I'm just waiting a minute for Andy.
Okay, so let me.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, okay. So did you all get the stuff I resent? Girl Interrupted, A Fish Called Wanda, Crazy Rich Asians, Tiffany's Scene, Retail, and Bad Words? Because I just resent them a few minutes ago, just to make sure that you got
The
them.
one you said before bad words.
The one before Bad Words it's RIQUIT, Recute.
I don't think I got that one, but I got the other ones.
5.
I didn't get that one, but I got the other ones.
I've got 5.
Yeah. Me
It
too.
should have been 6, but it's okay. Not to worry. I think we've got enough men and enough women. I don't know where Andy is. Hopefully he'll come in a second. And I think your friend is missing, Alyssa,
Mm.
tonight.
Yeah, she's low.
She okay?
I think so, but I think she mentioned she had another work trip recently or something like that.
Oh,
I can't keep track of her.
oh, nice.
So busy.
Oh, nice. How nice. Um, okay. So, any news before we start?
Um, Tony, I've got a coworker who's interested in taking acting classes.
I would love it.
Shall I
That
just send,
I would give
send
you $5 off your class.
hmm, I'll send your contact info his way.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I would like to. It's better with 10, I think, but I'm
He's
not
got,
going to argue.
yeah, he's got no experience. I mean, he's literally,
Well,
uh,
neither did, Jacob. Jacob's sick tonight. Jacob has no experience, and I'll tell you, he's good.
mhm,
Jacob Daly, no experience. I mean, sometimes you'll find that people with no experience are really good just naturally, which
mhm.
always, it always is stunning to me to see them and how good they are. So, what do I know? I don't know anything. Um, so let me see, for right now, since I don't know where Andy is, he may be joining us later or not. I'm going to give Eamon and Alyssa, I'm going to give the Tiffany scene to, and Brandon and Carolyn, I'm going to give you bad words. And Isabella, let's wait a moment because Andy should be joining. Okay, but if not, then I'm going to give you a scene to do with another woman.
Okay.
Um,
What's the Tiffany scene from?
that's a good question, and I don't have the answer.
Hmm, okay.
Is it good? Is it a good scene, Eamon?
It's just it's unfamiliar.
Yeah, I just go through and just try and find so many different scenes, so
Tony, I'm sorry, which one are we doing, Brandon and I doing together?
you're doing bad words.
Back word?
Bad.
Oh, bad word. Okay.
Is it a good scene? I mean, take a look. If they're not, I've got
Yeah.
other
No,
scenes.
no, don't. It doesn't matter. I mean, it is what it is. Wait, hold on. Let me look. Let me open it up. Okay, good. I got it open. Wonderful. Okay, good. All right, then I'm gonna go to you.
Now,
Yeah, good.
most of your auditions, you guys, are now being done on camera here.
Mhm.
But with your commercial auditions, you're still going to have to learn how to use cue cards. Why? Because when you get on the set, they may have changed the commercial, by the time that you get on the set, and they normally do. So they have cue cards there for you. So it's very important that I keep teaching you these commercials and cue cards so that you know how to take it from the cue card, but do it into camera. And if you need to do the cue card, you just glance over, but always say the words back. Oh, here's Andy. Into camera. Oh, Andy, we're so glad you're here. I'd love to see you and Isabella. Did you do Isabella yet? A Fish Called Wanda?
I haven't. No.
Andy, have you done A Fish Called Wanda yet?
I have, but it was a while ago.
But I think it's for an older woman, no? Or
Oh,
Oh, no,
best
no.
kind. No, I'm kidding.
That's kind,
I'm taking
Isabella.
off my audio. I'm crazy.
Isabella doesn't, I'm forcing Isabella to do these scenes where she has to be sexy. because Isabella hates that. But you got to learn how to do it, Isabella, because you're beautiful. Do you know what I mean? And it might be offered to you. If it makes you uncomfortable, I won't have you do it.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to take a look at the scene, sweetie, and see if it makes you uncomfortable?
Okay. Let me take a look.
If not, I'll give you Crazy Rich Asians.
I'll do Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, you are such a little poo. You're a poo-poo, a little poo-poo. Andy, are you okay with Crazy Rich Asians?
Yeah, that's fine.
Isabella. You make me smile. I used to be like you, Isabella. It's okay. And believe it or not, the very first role that I was pulled in, brought all the way to Hollywood by famous managers, big time people, was for, I hate to tell you how old, this is going to tell you how old I am, to do The Flying Nun with Sally Field. And I was to play a hooker. And the room was crowded. It was this tiny room crowded with all friggin' men. And I ran out of the audition after I did the audition. I was so embarrassed. So I totally understand how you feel, honey. But at some point we have to get you over it, okay?
Okay.
You did it the other day. I was very proud of you. You did it the other day. Okay, so I missed you all. I would like to tell you that I did San Francisco, I drove all the way on my little cushion that helps my back. I did it in 370 miles. 370 miles I did in 6.5 hours straight through. I stopped once. And coming back, it probably would have been 5.5 hours, except the police stopped us as we were coming down into the valley because there was too much traffic coming in at once. And they wanted to make sure. I hate that grapevine. I'll never do that again. There's something scary about the grapevine. So anyway, I drove my little Hyundai hybrid. I got it up to about 90 miles an hour. Pretty good. My
Wow.
Honda went 105 miles an hour. And then it hit me that I was coming down the road. That was the road that James Dean died on. And that I better be very careful there. And
Wow.
my brother told me this great story. I called him as I was coming down the road. I said, "Oh, they gave me the wrong road because the road they gave me when I was coming up had a big lavender farm. And I wanted to stop and get lavender oils. Do you know what I mean? And just sense. If you have moths, by the way, moths don't like the smell of lavender, believe it or not.
Hmm.
So lavender oil soaked, in some cotton balls will keep the moths out. But it didn't take me down that way. And I told my brother, I have to tell you this story. My brother said, "Oh my God, sis, I was going down that road. That's the James Dean road. And I was taking my turns in my little, he's got an Austin Healey, beautiful car, just whizzing around the curves, having a great time." He said, and I noticed this cop car behind me. And suddenly the guy put on his red light and he stopped me and he gave me a ticket. And my brother said, I said to the policeman, "Why are you giving me a ticket? Why didn't you give me a ticket way back there? You just followed me for at least 20 minutes. And the policeman said, "Well, I wanted to have fun too." It was going on the curves with my brother. I thought, well, that's my brother. There you go. So I want you to think about how you are going to interpret your character. You're going to read through it first, okay? But don't think about just reading the words, guys. I want you to read how you think this character is thinking. Now, there are ways to break down scenes. There's the first half of the scene, the middle of the scene, and the end of the scene. And usually for a casting director, they want to see you make what we call an arc. You start off the beginning of the scene thinking this way, then something happens in the middle of the scene that might or might not change your mind, and then how you end up reacting at the end of the scene. Totally different from the beginning, or it could be the same. But you never want to play it straight through just doing words. Okay? Never, ever, ever, ever. So take a moment. I want to see you all start to read the scene, and I want to see you cold read it with your mouths open. I want to see you reading it. Carolyn, you can still be reading your scene.
Tell me something. Andy may know. How do I put you on mute before before my acting, before we start?
So what you want to do is go to your audio.
Go to
See at the
audio.
very
Okay.
bottom of the page,
Yeah.
and just strike that. Put it.
Okay. Audio settings. Is that what it is? Audio
Uh-huh.
settings. Okay.
See the
Audio.
audio?
Yeah, I see
Left.
it.
Just turn it off.
Oh, audio, or just click on audio and just click on audio and it's blue and just turn it off. Yes. Okay. Oh, can you do that? Oh, you're gonna, okay, that's okay. All right. I don't hear you now.
Nobody's.
Yes. No, okay, all right, very good. I like that. All right, very good. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right. No. All right.
Now,
No.
Carolyn, if you
Yeah.
take your
No, I'm not going to. I don't. No, I'm going to be muted in the homeowners association.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Is she on mute now?
Am I on mute?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I think she is. Yes, yes.
Okay, so
but you're not on mute with us.
I'm not, yeah, exactly. Good. This is fine. But you can hear this, right? You can hear what I'm listening to.
I'm
you
hearing
have
you
to go on
and I'm
mute.
hearing what they're saying.
No, I know what to do. Just take her off of speaker. Just take me off this. Yeah, I know what to do. Okay, I'm fine now. All right. That's good.
But
You don't
now mute yourself on here so you can read your dialogue out loud.
Okay, mute myself now. Okay, I got it.
All right, move your mouth, Andy. Brandon, move your mouth. Amen. I want to see your mouth moving. When you're finished, let me know. Because I'm going to ask each one of you a couple of questions. Eamon, are you finished? Okay, turn your sound on so I can ask you some questions.
Okay.
Okay, so Eamon, talk to me about your character. How do you think at the beginning of this scene he starts? I don't know this scene.
Yeah.
So,
For some reason, I've lost the side and now I can't reopen it.
oh,
Hold on a minute.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Can you get back?
while
Can
you're
you get back
looking,
to me later? Get back to me later.
absolutely. Alyssa, let's talk to you because you're doing this scene.
Yeah.
So talk to me. How does she start out in this scene? What is it you want?
In the beginning, I think she wants to be helpful and she also wants to like open up. Because
Use
she wants to
yourself.
like share her story.
Don't say she, say I want to share my story.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I want to open up and share my story.
Okay, then what happens in the middle between the two of you?
Then I get offended. And then it's like I realized, oh, of course I can't trust this person, just like everyone has disappointed me. So I think he's an asshole in the end, and I don't want to help him.
Interesting. And then where does it end up?
Well, I'm like storming off and saying I'm not going to help out anymore.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. So
Yeah,
you
that's about right.
start.
Yeah. Sorry.
Eamon, go ahead, honey. What were you going to say?
I think we're both pretty neurotic. We've had some pretty bad experiences somehow.
Don't worry about her. Never worry about the other character, only
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm trying to identify with her because I've grown suddenly very curious about what went on because we're having this conversation. I need a favor from her.
Want a
And
favor. Okay.
somehow, and for some reason, I'm just really nosy and I ask her some very personal questions. But then it seems like it's almost like I'm not only just nosy, I'm a little bit paranoid because she came here to talk with me and she's going to report in what she spoke with me about to some friends. Like she's some, like
Why
I'm
is
being,
she reporting to some of her friends?
I don't know, but I feel like I'm being examined. I feel like I'm being, like I'm someone being examined. How should I say, surveyed.
Are you in prison?
No, this has nothing to do with prison. I'm just really neurotic and I jump to the wrong conclusions.
So where are you guys? Let's decide on that.
In a diner.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are really good. So at the end, are you surprised that or do you get it?
I'm surprised, but also I make her mad.
Do you do it on purpose?
Probably not intentionally, but she seems kind of sensitive anyway.
Interesting. Okay, I'm interested to see how this works out.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick something in there, Eamon, that pricks her.
Okay.
Okay, so Brandon, talk to me.
So I'm someone who's I'm just naturally a genius, and I'm a womanizer. Like I use both of those aspects together so I can get wherever I want. But when but when I'm being asked about other aspects of my life, about some past experiences, whether it's from parental trauma with my father not being around or my mother not really embracing or acknowledging my natural talents, my natural geniusness, that sort of carries over into my adulthood life. And when I'm not and then in early childhood, in addition to that, I was never recognized in school as a genius, even though I passed all the exams and stuff like that. My counselor told me that I was useless, I was a loser, but secretly he
Wait a
acknowledged.
minute, why would your counselor tell you that?
That's what's very confusing to me. It's that I don't really know why, because he also passes me notes telling me that I'm a genius, that I'm really smart. So it's just very contradictory for me to hear it from an adult. So then now as an adult myself, just I know that I'm smart, and I know that I'm good at I know that I'm naturally good. But when someone brings up my past, I just don't want to confront it. I just want whoever's I just do my best to try and change the subject and get it back onto like my terms, like onto my level playing field, so I don't acknowledge that stuff
So
ever.
what? Okay, so all the information, Brandon, that you just gave me is really good. And it's very rich, but that's what's called back life history.
Okay.
Because all that you can't play. That's
Hmm.
way too much for you to play.
Okay.
What you can play is you don't understand or trust what people say to you because of what happened to you as a younger man.
Okay.
And then you would write down all that stuff that you just said as your past, as your past. Otherwise, how can you play that? It's just there's too much going through you.
Right.
What happens in the middle of your scene?
What happens in the middle, so when I'm interacting with Jenny, she's a reporter. She starts asking me a bunch of questions about my personal life. She somehow was able to get my school records, and from that she starts asking questions about me and about what happened to me. And then I'm just like, no, please, like just change the subject. Like this isn't an interview. You're not a shrink. You're just talk to me like a normal person. I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want to talk
And
about it.
which scene are you doing?
Bad words.
I don't know that scene either. This is going to be real
Very
interesting.
wild. It's very wild, Tony.
And then what happens at the end for you, Brandon?
Um, well, at the end, so in the end, Jenny and I we hook up, and just out of it's one of those situations where they both like where I'm just like, look, I don't want to talk about it. Let's just hook up, and and then once we're done, like we're done. Like don't let the door hit you on the way out, kind of thing.
Interesting. Okay, what about you, Carolyn? What's going on at the beginning for you?
Well, okay, and with all my interruptions here. Yeah, it's a pretty wild scene. She's very funny. It's kind of
I'm very,
it's a comedy. I mean, it is comical.
I'm
Um,
very funny, not she. You're
okay.
her. You're her.
I don't know, she talks, she asks asks him,
I.
Oh.
You have to say I.
oh yeah, I'm asking him about, wait, yeah, is this a test? No, it's just I wondering what about. Okay, let me think. She's first asking him about some grammatical significance of a sentence. Okay, I'm not going to go into it now. And then he gives her the answer, I think, here. Let me see.
What do you want? You're trying to interview him for what reason?
I don't know yet. You're okay. I don't know. I don't know if she's a therapist or an interviewer because
Do you
she's
want me
asking.
to, do you want me to give you a little more time, sweetheart, to read through it?
Yeah, well, I guess so. But I mean, I did read through it. It's I don't know if she's an interviewer or a shrink, not a shrink, but maybe a therapist. And I mean, she's speaking to him as a therapist. And
But you gotta use your
yeah,
own name. Here's Pauline.
okay,
You gotta use your own words.
okay. Mhm. Evidently, he's a very smart, intelligent man. Okay, he's very gifted. Well,
Hi, Pauline.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
That's okay. 1 second, Carolyn, 1 second. Who would like to do a second scene of my men? Okay, Andy, I want you to do with her a fish called Wanda with Pauline, okay? So Pauline, do you have that scene, baby?
I don't think I was on the email.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, I was.
I sent it twice, Pauline.
Oh, I don't see it.
I just sent it a few minutes ago, about an hour ago, to remind you guys, and then I sent it last week to you.
I sent it to you again.
And you didn't get it?
I see the email that says don't forget class. Yeah, but I don't see the other.
You
This-
don't? Did you guys not get the scenes again?
no, I got them.
So Pauline, do you have them from last week?
Let me check. Elisa just sent them, I think.
If not, Andy, can you send her a fish called Wanda?
Sure. Pauline, do you have it from Elisa or should I send it?
That's so weird. I don't see it. Should it? I don't see it from Elisa either. Let me check my spam.
Oh, I sent it just now, and then I sent it last week to all you guys.
Okay, I just emailed it to you, Pauline.
Okay, thank you.
God bless you, Andy. All right, Pauline, take this time just to read it, Andy.
Okay.
You know, you'll read it after I interviewed you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Pauline, once
But
you get it, turn off your audio, okay? Carolyn, come back.
no, I'm here. I'm here, but I just got to let my animal in. And Cody's got to be part of the scene. Yes. Okay. All right. I just, I read this and I don't know. It's not important that I don't know where it comes from. It's just she's a reporter and she knows all
I
about.
am.
Oh, I am. I'm a reporter and I'm interested in this man, maybe to hire him or yeah. And she she has to find out the background of him, which she finds out his school records and she finds out personal things about him when he was very young. And he's a very bright guy and she's sexually attracted to him to make it simple.
Okay, but say I am.
Okay, I'm attracted to Brandon or to Guy, and what happens what happens in whatever
Yeah, but
it.
are you open to just hooking up to him and not hiring him?
Well, no, I think maybe if she's there to interview him,
If
I
I'm
think
there,
I think that I'm interested enough to hire him because he's brilliant, and evidently he didn't get his brains necessarily from his parents, but he's just a unique, brilliant guy. and I'm interested. Yeah. And aside from that, we found each other a little attracted to each other. A little, yeah, kind of. Mhm. That's what I got
Okay.
out of it.
All right, so now Andy,
Mhm.
Crazy Rich.
So I'm actually stuck in an unhappy marriage. I'm pretty checked out from my family life, and I'm having an affair on the side. Um, so at the beginning of the scene, I'm on the phone with my mistress, and we're surreptitiously making plans to meet, even though my wife is sitting next to me in the limo. So
That's interesting.
I'm trying to just tell my wife, hey, listen, I have business to attend to um, on such and such day, and I'm going to be out, I'm going to be away traveling. And then when she confronts me about the affair, um, on the one hand, I'm a little surprised that she knows about it, but on the other hand, I'm not angry that she found out. But we're on our way to this. I think it's a wedding, a family wedding or some family thing. And when she tells me, let's just get through this, and then, um, she just wants to like put on a happy face and pretend nothing's happening. But then I get angry with her because this is the exact thing that's wrong with our marriage. It's that she is so kind of, I mean, uh, there's not much of an emotional connection between us at this time, and her just wanting to get through this family thing is symptomatic of the problems we're having in the first place. So this is where I get angry with her.
Was this an arranged marriage?
No, no, it wasn't.
Okay.
We were in love in the beginning, and then just sort of family stuff took over, and I actually find it resentful that, I mean, we're with her family a lot more now, and they're wealthier than I grew up, so
Right.
I'm finding it a lot more resentful.
And they make you feel, do they make you feel awkward about it?
I think they're as polite as they can be. I think it's just like my thing, and it's really annoying. And as time has gone on, I don't like her family, and I'm taking it out on her, basically.
Got it. Isabella,
Yes.
so tell me about the beginning with you.
So I am sitting in a limo going to a wedding with my husband, and I know that he's having an affair, and I confront him about it. He made up some excuse that he has to go on a business trip and miss our son's birthday, but I know that he's been sneaking around and having an affair. And I'm from a very rich family, and I'm very composed woman, very classy, and my family, I have a lot of pressure from my family to uphold a certain image, and image is really important to my family. And I married below my level, and so my family has always given me grief for it. They think my husband is way below us, and
They
so
think
going
he's what? I'm sorry.
he's way below us, like in terms of stature, and I disappointed my family with my husband.
So
No,
the ending is, let's talk about it later.
Yeah,
kind of
because
thing.
I'm seeing my family at this wedding, and I'm disappointed. My husband has disappointed me with this affair, and maybe my family was right.
Maybe. Leave it open. Maybe, okay, so, Andy, have you had time to look at the other one?
I'm reading through it now. Um, can I have a couple minutes?
Yeah, yeah. Pauline, have you read through it?
Yeah, yes.
So what I'm asking for is when you go for an audition, a casting director wants to see an arc. They want to
Okay.
see what the character feels like at the beginning, the middle, and how they change at the end. Because that's how it works in real life. When you have scenes are usually created about conflict. And so how does that conflict end? How does it start? Where does it escalate to? And then how does it end? So, where are you, Pauline, in this scene? Tell me about, and always use the word I, because you're the character now.
Um, I think she's talking to.
You must use the word
Oh,
me.
sorry.
Uh,
I,
It's a
I'm
big mistake we all make, but if you say to yourself, you're immediately separating yourself from the character. It's
yeah.
always me, I feel.
I walk in on Otto. And then I think we have a dynamic where I guess I guess there's like tension between us. I don't think we're friends or maybe like too good of friends. So we just say really mean stuff back to each other. Um,
Can I help you a little bit? Because
yeah.
this is a very brilliant and very funny movie. You're lovers with him,
Oh,
and you're taking you're taking down a very wealthy Englishman, and you're taking him for a lot of money.
okay.
And you guys have set this up, and you're all dressed up, ready to go to meet this man. This is a Jamie Lee Curtis role with the wonderful tall actor from England who did Faulty Towers and worked with the very famous English improv group. Oh God, I forgot his name, but he's brilliant. And Andy is suddenly horrifically jealous of you because you've set this whole thing up in your brains, but now it's really going to happen. And you're very sexy looking right now. And he's just completely overwhelmed with jealousy.
Got it.
So then I think you take it to the fact what you're going to do, what you have to do,
Yeah.
right? That whatever is going to work, you're going to do to get all this money from this famous English man that you've got set up.
Okay.
And then how does it end for you with him, with Otto?
I think we come to an agreement that the $20 million is worth this.
Anything,
Yeah.
anything you have to do, you're going to do.
Yeah.
Andy,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that about covers it. I'm jealous about this con, that she has to seduce him to, get our hands on the $20 million. And
but what makes it
I-
funny, Andy, is that you set up the con. You're both of you are con people, and you set this whole thing up, and now you realize Oh my
Yeah,
God.
now I'm having kind of second
thought.
thoughts. Yeah. I think I'm meditating at the beginning to just calm myself so I can get through this. But like you said, when she comes in and I see how she's dressed, I can't handle it.
So where does it go then?
I think by the end, I kind of resign myself to what's about to happen. But we come to an understanding as far as what's not okay. I think.
Okay. John Cleese is the guy that you're going to seduce. I don't know if you've ever seen John Cleese, but he's hysterically funny in this. I mean, it's just a brilliant, brilliant written, funny piece. And it all falls apart, but it's very funny. Very funny. Okay. So, Carolyn, have you had a chance now to
Well, I went over it. I'm going to just, the gist of it is that
No,
it
there
sounds
is
like
no
she's
gist. There's a beginning.
it sounds like I'm interviewing the man, this young man, and I found out everything I needed to find out about him. And at the same time, I'm attracted to him, and we're part of a new generation where these things happen, and we do what we have to do, and then we say goodbye. And it doesn't mean I think maybe she's going to hire him if it's a hiring situation. So it gives me a little idea what it's about. Maybe it's my take, but it's okay, isn't it?
That's all it is, and that's all that matters.
Okay,
Your
good.
take is what matters,
Okay,
Carolyn. And remember, for all of you, it's how you perceive it that matters.
yeah, that's right.
It's what makes all of you different. If I gave you all, which I may do the time after this, the same scene,
Yeah,
and you guys would be amazed at how the different takes of it can make it totally different, where you go, God, how does the casting director decide who's right for this? And they decide by your decisions, by what you bring to it, by the choices that you make that are creative and different. I've heard writers say, oh my God, I never even thought of it that way. But that's brilliant. I love it. Do you see what I'm saying?
mhm.
So, all right. So who would like to go first? We're going to just have you cold read it first. Who'd like to go first? Okay, who'd like to? Okay, Eamon, why don't you go first? Eamon and Alyssa. Alicia. And remember to look into camera, the eye of the camera.
Hold on. I can't find.
So you keep losing it off your internet, huh?
Something's wrong. Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
I can see and hear you, but I can't get my sides up. I keep closing them out.
They're floating away. All right, so why don't we bring up another twosome, which will
Yeah.
give you time, Eamon, to get to it. Okay, is that all right with
Yeah.
you, Alicia?
Yeah.
Okay. So Carolyn, why don't we bring up you and Brandon? And Carolyn, Eamon, turn off your camera. Carolyn, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Oh, am I starting?
You're gonna start, babe.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, good. Thank you.
Eamon, turn off your camera, honey.
No idea. This is funny. Okay.
That's okay, but Eamon, you gotta turn off your camera. There we go. Here we go.
I'll jump in your shower as soon as this buzz kicks in.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What's the grammatical significance of the sentence, why run from ants?
Is this a test?
No, it's just I was wondering by the grammatical significance of the sentence, why run from ants?
Ah, well, every vowel is in there from starting with the U and going to the A, right? It's backwards.
Well, I guess it's easy for you to know. For a sentence, I mean. I wish there was one word with all the vowels in it, you know, but in alphabetical order.
Facetious.
Son of a bitch. Really? Really?
I got it.
You're brilliant.
Give me another one.
All of a sudden, just a minute, I'm sorry. Um, you're a genius. These questions are from a test that they give to geniuses. I got a hold of I got a hold of your school records guy, Tribby. Their eighth grade your eighth grade counselor on your file.
Let me see that.
Just before you dropped out saying that you showed signs of being a genius. FedEx was waiting for me when I got here. I told you I was good.
Mr. Leavenworth, what a dick eater. Told me I was a useless loser, and then he makes secret notes saying that he thinks I'm smart. Glad I stole his bike and shaved his cat.
You just never had a chance to shine in school. You just never had a chance to realize it.
I had a shitty upbringing. My dad wasn't around. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Who skated through their adolescence?
Gee, I just lost I'm sorry. Stay there. Um, where was your father?
I don't know.
Hmm.
You got something there? Where's your pen?
Well, maybe he was brilliant. Maybe your mom was. Because they say sometimes it's brilliance and photographic memory, which are inherited.
It didn't come from mom. She hated everything to do with education. This one time when I was a kid, I tried to get into the local spelling bee, ironically enough, and she burned my favorite dictionary.
Is that why you're here? A chance to do something that you weren't able to do while she was alive?
Are we in interview mode now? Come on, you can't just have a normal conversation. You have to turn everything into an interview.
I'm a reporter.
So can't you talk too?
You know what you have. You know what you have. You know, oh my God. You know what you have. Oh my goodness. Just a minute. You know what you, oh gee, this is hard for me. You know what you have problems, guy, should be. You know what? You've got I'm sorry. You know what? You've got problems, guy Tribby.
You're a shrink too, right? A shrink on top of being a reporter? I don't know how you cram it all in. And you're the one with the problem. You have to be blindfolded to get off. That's the problem.
Oh well, don't worry about that guy, because that's never gonna happen again.
Great.
Yeah, great.
You promise?
Oh, I wouldn't let you near my vagina again if you paid me $1 million. Don't look at me.
What?
Don't look at me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do not look at me.
Okay. Do not look at me. Do not look at me. You're fucking staring at me, you know? It's kind of creepy.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Okay, all right.
Don't look at me. Now I have to start again. I'm sorry. I lost it.
I understand. Okay, okay.
Lost it. Lost it. So can we be here all night?
Build it up.
Okay.
Climbing the mountain.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Got it. One foot in front of the other. Okay, now we're jogging. Now we're jogging. Who wants to run?
Don't look at me. Don't you want to grab? Don't you want me to grab your balls? Don't you want me to stick my finger up your asshole?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, oh, oh. Don't look at me. Wow. Okay. Second time. Shame on me.
I had a good time too, thanks.
So I need fresh towels in the morning. I should just put my name on this. Well, we'll see you tomorrow or whatever, you know.
Bye. you know, if you really had it all together, you wouldn't leave your underwear. And that's it. And scene.
Brandon, you're the winner.
It's a weird scene.
It's weird.
Yeah,
Wow. It's called Bad Words, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I feel sorry for Isabella. Isabella, I'm sorry. I apologize to you.
We're sorry, Isabella. She probably has her sound turned off. So this is weird.
Mhm.
You know what? The more I look into it, the more I'm thinking maybe that like they've been together before. Yeah, that's what it is. What a
Yeah.
screw. They've been together before because he knows that she doesn't, she doesn't want to look at. I mean, she can't see and she doesn't want to see anything. So they've been together. I think they're just getting it off again, getting it on again, I should say, or getting it off again. Probably the right thing. Yeah. I think this is like a
But
booty.
I don't think this is an interview.
No, I think it's I think they have like this is like a booty call. I guess you would call this a booty call because they've been together before. So, and she found out information about him. I don't know how, well, she's a reporter by trade, so she found out stuff about him. So they're just having a
But
little,
there's a real there's a real dramatic moment there, Carolyn, when you say don't look at me. I
yeah,
mean, there's something going on with this woman, and you have to figure it out.
yeah,
Don't look. No. I mean, you've got to get
yeah,
hysterical.
I
And
know.
Brandon, you've got to freeze, but then try and get her back on track. But come on, we're going to run up a hill. We're going up the hill now. Come on. Oh, don't you want me to, stick my whatever? I
Yeah,
think, I think, whew, I'm sorry that I even gave you the scene. It's a weird
that's
friggin'
okay.
scene.
Yeah, it's
But
fun.
there's
That's
something
fun.
there psychological
Yeah,
that brings these two very um odd people back together again. And I think I really liked it, Carolyn, that you were older than him. I mean, I really
that's
think that's
very,
a really interesting
yeah,
way to play it, that, you know,
it's funny. Yeah,
that she's having an affair with this younger guy. And that's why you don't want him to look at your body. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look. And then
maybe,
Brandon would say, but you're staring at me. I think you have to start to get upset,
Mm.
because she's staring at you. Well, don't you want me to do these things to you? I mean, these are two very sick,
no, I don't think so. I don't think,
intensely
yeah.
way off kilter characters, but you have to make them really believable.
Yeah, it's definitely not an interview because she says, "Are we in interview mode now?" He says, "Come on, you just can't have a normal conversation. You have to turn everything into an interview." I'm a
Right. They're
reporter.
they're
Okay,
they're
so
lovers.
yeah, they just
I
they're
would make it that maybe, now
mhm,
this is weird, but
yeah,
you gotta, in a scene like this, if you don't make it somewhere or some relationship,
yeah,
it's too ubuwa. I think if I were me, I'd play the woman who lives upstairs
okay,
from this young boy.
yeah,
And
that's
there's
good.
this real physical attraction
Hmm.
on both of your parts. Because
Yeah,
you say your mother burnt your books, your
yeah,
father wasn't around, you had this a-hole teacher who
yeah,
probably wanted sex with you, Brandon. That's why he told you you were a genius, but then you weren't. You had all these mixed things as a young man growing up, and this is a beautiful, mature woman, and you find you're very drawn to her, and you're not sure why.
yeah.
And Carolyn, you're probably out of touch with what a young man like him wants.
I don't think so. I think that she's really good for him because like there's this line. I mean, I just now you went
Oh yeah,
now
you're
I
good
have
for
time. I've
him,
got these
but
people put away, but you never had a chance to shine in school. You just never had a chance to realize it. So she's there to kind of pump him up and realize that he's got great,
absolutely.
yeah. So I
But
mean, there's a lot to this. There is.
wait a minute, when you come to saying, don't you want me to hold your balls, or don't you want me just to, you're a woman who's totally out of context sexually
Yeah,
of what a young man wants.
yeah,
So that's almost like, help me. you know,
Yeah.
help me. Don't you
Yeah.
want me to do this, this, and this?
And they're
Don't look at me.
acting.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Yeah. No, they're
This is
having,
like,
they're
okay.
also having, I mean, I'm always talking, which because I'm seeing this is that they're having a play, you know, it's like they're playing on each other. There's so many more ways to say that. They're just, you know, they're communicating in their own wild way, and it's getting through the both of them evidently because they're both attracted to each other. So it's interesting.
But he's attracted to you, Carolyn, in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're attracted to his hot sexual
Yes.
vibration, which
Mhm.
is what turned you on, but you don't want him to see your body.
Well,
And
well,
you don't know why you're attracted to her,
Yeah.
yeah.
but she's also a very intelligent woman that turns you on,
Mhm.
and you're not attracted to young women. I
Yeah.
mean, there are men like that. They're just not. They're attracted to a more mature, smart woman.
Yeah, it's like it's me like feeling some type of way about being questioned about that, and just me having to second guess and just really think about what she's saying, and that's what's because I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that.
Not at all.
So I think
And
that
it's
that's
real
what
interesting
brought me.
because you come back for more. It's obvious to me that this has been a game because you know to say to her, all right, come on, stop. You got to stop where she's going. We're going up a hill. We're running, you know, you're doing something else, and that excites her,
Mhm.
you know.
Can I say something? Because this came up in something else that I was doing, Tony. There's a
Yeah.
very easy sentence here it looks, well, on my Zoom, it says it's page 3. And I had trouble with it because not the first time I read it, I stopped and I saw what it said and I had trouble because I was, I guess, a little nervous. Okay, but it's the part that says, okay, she says, I'm a reporter. And so Guy says, so can't you talk too? So she says, you know what? You have problems, Guy Tribby. There's no comma after the what. And not that there has to be. Something came up where I realized, well, not I didn't make it so. Someone made me aware of it, that you don't always see grammatical commas. You don't always see the grammar in a line, okay? But that really stopped me in my tracks because if I had the page with me, I would have put a comma. You know what? Comma. You have problems, Guy Trivy. But I went, you know what? You have problems. Anyways, for some reason, I had to stop and I didn't see it. So that's kind of important for me when I'm doing a cold reading to go over those things.
Well, that's a really good thing to bring up, Carolyn, and I want to address that to all of you. I personally ignore the punctuation of the writer.
That's what I was told, the same thing.
Yeah. I ignore it because quite frankly, I'm the character. I'm going to put the punctuation where I want it to be.
Okay, interesting. Okay, very interesting.
The writer probably wanted it to be what we call a run-on sentence. You know what? You have problems. And I think that's very interesting. I think that she's combative towards him in some way, Carolyn, and that it turns him on because that's what he's used to. His mother burnt his dictionary, whatever it was. His father paid him no attention. He says, you know, the screwed up teacher in fifth grade, what he did to him. Have you ever noticed when you are, I lived with a woman who was very, what's the word? Abused. Abused people do not understand kindness. Abused people only understand abuse.
Sad.
And I think these are two very abused people.
Yeah.
And you're pricking each other with these different things, but it's sexually good.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you go in to work on it, I want you to prick each other. And it's the pricking of each other that makes it sexy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's go on. I'm gonna go
Thank
to
you.
two more and we'll
Thank you.
still have time. All right, two more people. Andy. And who is with Andy? Isabella? There we go. And action.
Hold on a second. Okay, am I unfrozen?
Yeah, but your
Can
mouth,
you hear me?
I can hear you, but move your mouth.
Okay, how about now?
Perfect. Now, Isabella, if I were this character, and it's just a little, I would start out, she's got a little compact and she's putting lipstick on when you actually do the scene.
Okay.
Shows how sophisticated and together she is in the scene. All right, here we go.
Our Chinese investors are getting nervous. I have to fly to Shenzhen to try to talk them down on Monday.
That's Cassian's birthday.
Yeah, I know. I hate to miss it, but this is important.
You think your son's birthday is important? Get someone else to handle it. Unless there's another reason you're out of town.
What are you saying?
I know you're having an affair.
Jesus.
Let's just get through the wedding and we'll deal with it after. I don't want to make a scene.
You find out I'm having an affair with another woman, and you're worried about making a scene?
You'd rather I scream and carry on or scream and cry?
Yes, honestly, I wish you would. It would show you cared about more than what people think of you and your family.
Don't turn this on me. I'm not the one who screwed up.
Of course not. You're always the prettiest, richest, most perfect girl in the room, while I'm just this lucky bastard who'll never measure up.
Don't say that.
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, Astrid. That's why you hide your shoes, the jewelry you buy. As if every minute of my life, I'm not reminded of it. I'm just tired. I'm tired of having nothing I do matter, including having the affair.
Of course, what you do matters. How can you say that?
Scene.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting thing. I think you're truly in love with your husband, Isabella. I think you really do love him. And I think you hide those shoes and you hide that jewelry because you don't want to embarrass him. And I think when he says that to you, you're very hurt. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not because you're just hurt. Your family has placed so much pressure on you, and it's really embarrassing, but you do love him. And you're trying to do the right thing by him, and he keeps putting you down, and you're caught between him and your family. And Andy, I believe you're in love with her. I believe you're still in love with her, but you're embarrassed because you're literally working for her family in a low level position, which makes you a nobody. And you're around all these men who make their wives kind of kowtow to them. But in Chinese culture, it's really the wife that runs the family, you know. I'd like to see you more upset, Isabella. I'd like you to cold read again because it's a short scene. I think you're really offended when he talks about your shoes and your jewelry, almost to the point of where you feel like crying, because you're caught between everybody. And she is gorgeous, Andy. So you really do still love her. That's why, in a way, I'd like you to see a moment, Andy, when you're on the phone and you're not talking to the agency, you're talking to the woman. Uh-huh. Yeah. You know. Well, it seems like, and you just don't buy it, Isabella. Okay? Let's just put a little more energy into it.
So go through it again.
Yes, please. It's not that long of a scene.
Yes. Okay. All right. I will see you Monday. Okay. Our Chinese investors are getting nervous. I have to fly to Shenzhen on Monday to try to talk them down.
That's Cassian's birthday.
Yeah, I know. I hate to miss it, but this is important.
You think your son's birthday is important. Get someone else to handle it. Unless there's another reason you're out of town.
What are you saying?
I know you're having an affair.
Oh, Jesus. Astrid,
Let's just get through the wedding and we'll deal with it after. I don't want to make a scene.
you find out I'm having an affair with another woman and you're worried about making a scene?
You'd rather I scream and carry on?
Yes. Honestly, I wish you would. It would show you cared about more than just what people thought of you and your family.
Don't try to turn this on me. I'm not the one who screwed up.
Of course not. You're always the prettiest, richest, most perfect girl in the room, while I'm just this lucky bastard who will just never measure up.
Don't say that.
I know what you're thinking, Astrid. That's why you hide your shoes, the jewelry you bought. As if every minute of my life I'm not reminded of it. I'm just tired. I'm tired of having nothing I do matter, including having the affair.
Of course, what you do matters. How can you say that?
Yeah, that's more like it. It's even, it's even more, First of all, he's missing his own son's birthday. And second of all, he's trying to blame you. And this is a tough one, Isabella. I mean, the woman is gorgeous. She's married beneath her. Her family won't even give him a chance. He wants to be a manly man. And you've been hiding all this stuff from him. So, Andy, I think you're a lot more upset that she's not upset. And Isabella, you're upset that one more person is blaming you. So you're upset and you're slash angry,
Okay.
because what you're between all these worlds. You are one of the richest women in the world, from one of the richest family in China. You were told not to marry him. You loved him. And no matter what you do, it's not enough for him. And Andy, you're feeling the same way. So there's two people who are feeling the same exact way. So I think your one tender moment, Andy, is when you say, when you say, I wish you would. I wish you would get emotional. It would show me that you truly love me because you don't understand it, and I think you really do love her. And I think you're so hurt, Andy, when you say, I see how you hide your shoes and your jewelry. And Isabella, that hurts you even more because you are trying to hide it from him so as not to make him feel bad. So here's two people trying not to hurt each other, totally hurting each other. You're going to have to find out how to make that work because it's a very poignant scene. Okay. All right, next. Here we go.
Otto, what are you doing?
It's a Buddhist meditation technique. Focuses the aggression. Monks used to do this before they went into battle.
What kind of Buddhism is this, Otto?
It's an early tantric. What is this?
In order to get information, I might have to get friendly with him.
When you say friendly, what are we talking about here? Cordial? Courteous? Supportive? What?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just see what happens.
So friendly might include actual what? Penetration, would you say?
Look, I don't need your jealousy now.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Hey, I'm merely curious. Me? Jealous of that fop? The tits?
What about my tits?
Does he get to handle them?
Yes, that's my forecast. I'll stand by that.
Nuzzling?
I think $20 million is worth nuzzling. 80% chance there.
Sucking?
I thought you weren't jealous.
I'm not. I don't believe in jealousy. It's for the weak. One thing though, touch his dick and he's dead.
See?
First of all, monks never go to battle. That's what I found very funny about him. Yes, it's a famous tantric. Do you know what I mean? You're just completely fabricating it. It's so funny, Andy. Tantric trick to what the hell are you wearing? I love that. Keep that in. That's very funny, but even more bluffing. And give him time, Pauline, to really get into a meditative pose.
Okay.
Pauline, you can't play it all on one level. Think about each thing. Tits. Maybe 20%. Do you know what I mean? Nuzzling. Yeah, I'd say for whatever $1 million. Yeah. I think you're now beginning to tease him, but you're thinking about it as you tease him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No, this guy, he is just like crazed over you. I mean, he's totally smitten and in love. But he's not thought this plan out well enough from the minute he sees you to, oh my God, look at what she's wearing. I mean, you're very sexy. And I think you play with him like a little dog. So it's not a short scene. So let's do it again, okay? And Pauline, I want to see you think about it and play with him.
Okay.
It's kind of sexy. All right, guys, quiet. All right, here we go.
Otto, what are you doing?
It's a Buddhist meditation technique. Focuses the aggression. Monks used to do this before they went into battle.
What kind of Buddhism is this, Otto?
It's an early tantric. What is this?
In order to get information, I might have to get friendly with him.
When you say friendly, what are we talking about here? Cordial? Courteous? Supportive? What?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just see what happens.
So friendly might include actual what? Penetration, would you say?
Look, I don't need your jealousy right now.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Hey, I'm merely curious. Me? Jealous of that fop? The tits.
What about my tits?
Does he get to handle them?
Mm, yeah, that's my forecast. I'll stand by that.
Nuzzling?
I think $20 million is worth nuzzling. 80% chance there.
Sucking?
I thought you weren't jealous.
I'm not. I don't believe in jealousy. Just for the weak. One thing though, touch his dick and he's dead.
So, Pauline, how do you feel about that? But the camera would end up on you. Would you be laughing? Would you be thinking about it? I personally think you'd be laughing at him
Yeah.
at this point. Because
Okay.
you can't just end just with the dead face. It's got to be you're
Okay.
amused at him. So give her the last line. I want to see what she does with her face.
I'm not. I don't believe in jealousy. It's for the weak. One thing though, touch his dick and he's dead.
Good. That's it, Pauline. Okay, good. All right. Eamon, you haven't done your scene yet, right?
No, no.
All right, Eamon and Alyssa. Then we're going to come back.
Let's see. How far down should we read? I think.
How many pages is it?
Well, it's 10
don't-
pages.
But it's
Well-
only like half the page.
Yeah, it's true.
Beginning.
So 4 pages. Let me see.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking the bottom of page 8 would be good.
Bottom of page 8, 8 pages.
Yeah, but like I said, it's very narrow. It's written like the Bible. It's like 2 columns per page,
Well, let's see. Let's have you cold read it.
and the dialogue. It's like, yeah, each line is like one word for a couple of pages.
All
Anyway,
right. Well, let's see.
okay. Okay.
Alyssa, wait. Can you lower your camera just a little bit, honey?
Like that?
Yeah, that's better.
Right. It would be so amazing if you could get a letter to Nikki from me.
I'd have to hide it from Veronica. She's not into breaking the law, which this letter would definitely be doing.
But you would do it?
I'd have to be careful. I'm already on thin ice with my family. You should hear how I lost my job.
How did you lose your job?
By having sex with everybody in the office.
Everybody?
I was very depressed after Tommy died. It was a lot of people.
Well, we don't have to talk about it.
Thanks.
How many were there?
11.
Wow.
I know.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Okay.
Can I ask you one more question? Were there any women?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What was that like?
Hot.
Jesus Christ. Was it like older women, a sexy teacher who wants to seduce you?
Made me sit on her lap and do things? Yeah.
What? You sat on her lap?
Mm-hmm.
She told you what to do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Nikki hated when I talked like this. Made me feel like such a pervert. Maybe we should change the subject.
Oh man.
You don't, do you?
No. But then people were getting into fights in the parking lot at work and in the bathroom. And the boss called me into his office and tried to pin it all on me. So I accused him of harassment and they fired me, sent me home and put me on some meds.
I get it. Song that was playing when my wife was in the shower with the history teacher.
I heard about that.
It was my wedding song, and when I hear it, I go kind of crazy. Sometimes I hear it when it's not even playing.
Wow.
Yeah. So they put me on medication, which I feel ashamed of.
Yeah,
So I know
you do.
I just got to get a strategy, you know?
Me too.
And we better get back to the letter.
Yeah. Let's get back to the letter.
What if you told Nikki when Veronica was in the bathroom?
Yes, yes, that could work. I love that.
God, I'm going to go home and write the letter right now.
Can I at least finish my tea?
Wait, what?
My tea, can I finish it?
Wait a minute. Did Veronica tell Nikki about our dinner? Why would she do that? Was it a test?
I kind of got that feeling, yeah.
Oh, God damn it. I knew it. It was a test. How did I do? I think I did pretty well.
Yeah, she basically said you were cool.
Basically. Was I some percentage not cool?
No, she said you were cool. But you know,
Oh, I don't know.
sort of how you are. It's fine, relax.
What do you mean? How am I? What does that mean?
Sort of like me.
Sort of like you. I hope to God she didn't tell Nikki that.
Why?
Because it's just not right. Lumping you and I together, I mean, it's just wrong. And Nikki wouldn't like that, especially after all the shit you just told me.
You think that I'm crazier than you?
Because, well, we're different. I mean,
Oh my God. You're killing me. You know what? Forget I offered to help you. Forget the entire fucking idea. Because that must have been a fucking crazy because I am so much crazier than you.
keep your voice down.
I'm just the crazy slut with the dead husband. Forget it.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you. You shut the fuck up.
Tiffany, hey, Tiffany.
So I know what movie this is from.
Which one is it?
It's very famous. It's with Bradley Cooper. I'm trying to get to it. It's where he
Silver
did
Linings Playbook.
Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, wow, yeah. Jennifer Lawrence won an Academy Award for it.
That's right. And it's her husband. her husband is a fireman or a policeman who has just gone for their anniversary to buy her some sexy underwear. And he stops to help a motorist and gets hit and killed by a car. And your wife, slept with one of your best friends, and you found them in the shower. So both of you are on medication,
Oh.
and you've been jogging together.
Hmm.
And I think you've asked her out. This is your first date, and
Hmm.
you're sitting in a restaurant.
Yeah.
So it builds, and use the people, Eamon, that are sitting there listening to, because she gets louder and louder, and you get louder and louder until, Alyssa, you just run out and leave him because you're so upset. But it's two really amazing, wonderful characters. I don't know why it's called Riquette, but I think that might have been the original title of this scene, Riquette. So it's a great role for both of you, but you have to ascend it even more up. And Eamon, you've got to. I mean, she really leaves you sitting in this cafe. It's a pleasant first date. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
you know each other, and what you're asking her to do is get a letter to your ex-wife, and she has asked you, um, because she wants to enter this dance contest. She has a little dance studio, and she wants you to dance with her at the end, and do this beautiful, this funny little dance. And it's really a delightful movie. It really is. So, so I want you all, we're going to go through these scenes all one more time now that I've seen you cold read them. And I want you to put, and we'll start with you guys. Okay, Eamon, and we'll just go backwards.
Okay.
So put in more character, you know, like when you say, I still hear my wedding, in the shower, I still hear my wedding song. I mean, you opened the door of your shower, and there she was, and the music that was playing was your wedding music. Amen. So I need to see these moments come alive. And Alyssa, I liked how you dismissed, how you just totally dismissed, oh yeah, and then I sat on her lap, and then I thought that was really funny, and I really liked how you did that. So I think you're a woman, who's just explaining how she sexually felt at the time. But then you start to get very, very stressed with him. All right, so let's try this one again, and I'll take more notes. Here we go.
It would be so amazing if you could get a letter to Nikki from me.
I'd have to hide it from Veronica. She's not into breaking the law, which this letter would definitely be doing.
But would you do it?
I'd have to be careful. I'm already on thin ice with my family. You should hear how I lost my job.
How did you lose your job?
By having sex with everybody in the office.
Everybody?
I was very depressed after Tommy died. It was a lot of people.
We don't have to talk about it.
Thanks.
How many were there?
11.
Wow.
I know.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Okay.
Can I ask you one more question? Were there any women?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What was that like?
Hot.
Jesus Christ. Was it like older women, a sexy teacher who wants to seduce?
Yeah, made me sit on her lap and do things.
What? You sat on her lap?
Mm-hmm.
She told you what to do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Nikki hated when I talked like this. Made me feel like such a pervert. Maybe we should change the subject.
I don't mind it.
You don't, do you?
No. But then people were getting into fights in the parking lot at work and in the bathroom. And the boss called me into his office and tried to pin it all on me. So I accused him of harassment, and then they fired me, sent me home, and put me on some meds.
I get it. Song that was playing with when my wife was in the shower with the history teacher.
I heard about that.
It was my wedding song. When I hear it, I go kind of crazy. Sometimes I hear it when it's not even playing.
Wow.
Yeah. So they put me on medication, which I feel ashamed of.
Yeah,
So I know.
you do.
I just got to get a strategy, you know?
Me too.
We better get back to the letter.
Yeah, let's get back to the letter.
What if I told you Nikki what if you told Nikki when Veronica was in the bathroom?
Yes. Yes, that could work.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go home and
I
write the
love
letter
that.
right now.
Can I at least finish my tea?
Wait, what?
My tea. Can I finish it?
Wait a minute. Did Veronica tell Nikki about our dinner? Why would she do that? Was it a test?
I kind of got that feeling. Yeah.
Damn it, I knew it. It was a test. So how did I do? I think I did pretty well.
Yeah, she said you were cool, basically.
Basically, was I some percentage not cool?
No, she said you were cool. But know,
No, I don't know.
s- sort of how you are. It's fine. Relax.
What do you mean, how am I? What does that mean?
Sort of like me.
Sort of like you? I hope to God she didn't tell Nikki that.
Why?
Because it's just not right. Lumping you and I together, I mean, it's just wrong. And Nikki wouldn't like that, especially after all the shit you just told me.
You think that I'm crazier than you?
Because, well, we're different. I mean,
Oh my God. Ugh, you're killing me. You know what? Forget I offered to help you. Forget the entire fucking idea. Because that must have been fucking crazy because I am so much crazier than you.
keep your voice down.
I'm just the crazy slut with a dead husband.
Shut the fuck up.
Forget it. Fuck you. You shut the fuck up.
Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany.
Good. Good. That was actually really good.
Yeah.
I think you can take it even bigger. You
Okay.
know, especially when you realize, Alyssa, that he thinks that he's more sane than you. I mean, it's like you've been going along, you've been telling him all this stuff about sexuality, and Eamon, you played it really good. You could play it even more. Really? Oh my God, you sat on a woman's lap. I mean, this is like, you're almost having an orgasm, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, and your wife never allowed you to. And so this is like really the most sensuous thing. And unless you're being just really honest with him. But when he starts comparing that, he thinks he's more evolved than you and not as screwed up. I really think you go off on him, even more so. And Eamon, when you say, will you shut the fuck up? I mean, it has got to be loud enough so that, and I need for you to look and see everybody in that cafe,
Mm-hmm.
and just like, oh my God, what have I done?
Mm.
Because you've just made a huge scene, both of you. So when you go into work on that, make your points where you change really extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not all there. You're
Mm.
both on drugs. Good work. But anyway, that's silver linings. I knew. I didn't send a weird scene to you guys. Okay, my next two. Come on in, Carolyn.
Sorry. Hello.
Carolyn and Brandon. Okay. I want to see some hot, steamy stuff here, kids.
All right.
There seems to have been some kind of goal going on here tonight with the scenes I sent you guys. I mean, they all seem very hot, steamy, sensuous kinds of roles.
Mhm.
So here we go.
I'll jump in your shower as soon as this buzz kicks in.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What's the
Hey,
grammatical?
can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
What's the buzz, Brandon? I don't think I ever heard that first line. I'll jump in your shower as soon as this buzz kicks in.
Sounds like he's on cocaine or something, huh?
Yes, I was either
Oh,
drinking or I was on some kind of drug, maybe
I
potentially
think it's
cocaine.
cocaine. I think you're
Cocaine.
right. So Brandon,
Mhm.
Don't mean to be right.
you might want to show that by holding up and I'll jump in your shower as soon as the buzz kicks in. See what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
We need that opening. There we go. I missed that before. Here we go.
I'll jump in your shower as soon as this buzz kicks in.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What's the grammatical significance of the sentence, why run from fire ants?
Is this a test?
No, I was just wondering about the grammatical significance of the sentence was, why run from the fire ants?
Oh, well, every vowel is in there from starting with the U and going to the A, right? It's backwards.
Well, I guess it's easy for you to, I guess it's easy, for a sentence, I mean. I wish there was one word with all the vowels in it, but in alphabetical order.
Facetious.
Son of a bitch. Really? Really?
I got it.
You're brilliant.
Give me another one.
You're a genius. These questions are from a test that you give to geniuses. I got a hold of your high school records guide, Chippy. Your 8th grade counselor on your file.
Let me see that.
Just before you dropped out, saying that you showed signs of being a genius. FedEx was waiting for me when I got here. I told you I was good.
Mr. Leavenworth, what a dick eater. Told me I was useless. I was a useless loser, and then he makes me secret notes saying that he thinks I'm smart. Glad I stole his bike and shaved his cat.
You just never had a chance to shine in school. You just never had a chance to realize it.
I had a shitty upbringing. My dad wasn't around. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Who skated through their adolescence?
Where was your father?
I don't know.
Hmm.
You got something there? Where's your pen?
Well, maybe he was brilliant. Maybe your mom was. Because they say sometimes it's brilliance and photographic memory, which you have are inherited.
It didn't come from mom. She hated everything to do with education. This
Hmm.
one time when I was a kid, I tried to get into the local spelling bee, ironically enough, and she burned my favorite dictionary.
Is that why you're here? Hmm. A chance to do something that you weren't able to do while she was alive?
Are we in interview mode? Come on. You can't just have a normal conversation. You have to turn everything into an interview.
I'm a reporter.
So can't you talk too?
You know what you have, what you have is problems, Guy Chippy.
You're a shrink too, right? A shrink on top of being a reporter? I don't know how you cram it all in. And
Hmm.
you're the one with the problem. You have to be blindfolded to get off. That's a problem.
Oh, well, don't worry about that guy because that's never going to happen again.
Great.
Yeah, great.
You promise?
Oh, I wouldn't let you near my vagina again if you gave me $1 million. Don't look at me.
What?
Don't look at me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Do not look at me.
Okay.
Do
Do
not
not.
look at me.
Oh,
Do not look at me.
you're fucking staring at me, you know, it's kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Okay. All right.
Don't look at me now. Now I have to start over again. I'm sorry. I lost it. I lost it.
I understand. Okay. Okay.
Lost it. Lost it. So we can be here all night.
Build it up.
Okay.
Climbing the mountain.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Got it. One foot in front of the other. Okay, now we're jogging. Now we're jogging. Who wants to run?
Don't look at me. Don't you want me to grab your balls? Don't you want me to stick my finger in your asshole?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh. Don't look at me. Wow. Okay. Second time, shame on me.
I had a good time too, thanks.
So if I need fresh towels in the morning, I should just put my name on this. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, whatever, you know.
Bye. You know, if you really had it all together, you wouldn't leave your underwear. And scene.
Such a bizarre scene.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Here's some notes in order to make this work. Brandon,
Mm-hmm.
it's obvious to me you've never snorted cocaine.
Yeah.
You don't snort cocaine like this.
Yeah.
So
I
I
will.
think, now just listen to me. I think if you just went like this, watch me,
Okay.
and just rub it on your gums,
Okay.
it gives you energy, really energy. No, you got to open your mouth. Try it. Go like this. Go like this. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Now I think at some point you offer this to Carolyn when she says, I've lost it. You've got to put it out. And Carolyn, you go like this. Yeah.
Like that, like this.
Uh-huh. Now we're going up a hill. Yeah. Come on. We're going up the hill.
Yeah.
Now we're running. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
He's getting you stoned on cocaine.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
because otherwise this thing is beyond me.
Yeah.
So,
Well, not really.
okay, Carolyn,
Yes.
you must look at the camera, and you
Yeah.
were really terrific tonight. You pretty much always looked at the camera. I was so proud of you.
Oh, I did? Well, I'm very
Yes.
happy. Thank you.
But I want you to always look at the camera
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
because you
great.
were this close.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to send you a lunch just
Yeah.
for being so good at looking in that camera.
Yeah.
Brandon,
Mm-hmm.
you got to do the rubbing on this. And then,
And I got to do that rubbing thing with the mouth.
yeah, Brandon,
Mm-hmm.
so when you're talking to her with a lot of energy. It's like you're almost, when you're stoned, when people are stoned on cocaine, they talk intensely, very intensely.
Okay.
So you're a mellow, laid back, really funny dude, but you gotta be intense now.
Right.
It's got to be you're talking intense about your fifth grade teacher and
Oh,
when your
weird.
mother when your mother
Yes.
burnt your dictionary. There's got to be an emotion behind it. You cannot be emotionless. It's
Right.
got to be, there's a lot of anger about your mother and your father. Do you know what I'm saying? They were
Yes.
were jerks to you. When you talk about the dictionary, yeah, my mom burned my dictionary. Do you understand?
Right.
You're
Okay.
poking out.
Okay.
These are people who are Poking out. There is something very interesting here, and I had to hear it twice. You have to be blindfolded. You're saying that to her. That's a big thing. Sexually, Carolyn, you have to be blindfolded.
You know something, Tony? He must work in the apartment complex that she lives in, because that statement that says, so if I need fresh towels in the morning, I should just put my name on it. We'll see
Exactly.
you tomorrow or whatever, yeah. That's funny. That's very
Either
funny.
he runs the motel
Yeah, or something. Yeah,
he's
motel,
the-
absolutely.
I like your thought of that. He's room service.
Yeah, that's very funny. Yeah,
You
that's
know?
very funny. Yeah,
That's really fun.
it's
And
amazing.
I love that, Carolyn.
Yeah.
So mwah, for thinking of that. And Brandon,
Mhm.
They're having
when you say you have to be blindfolded, you're now trying to get her stoned.
Okay.
You have to be blindfolded. Something is really wrong with this woman, and there's something wrong with you, but they both are turned on by it.
Okay.
You're both turned on by whatever is wrong with both of you. And Carolyn,
Yes.
right when he says that, Brandon, you say, come on, don't you want me to hold your balls? And whatever you say sexually there, Brandon, you have to really say, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that's what turned you on, Carolyn.
Yeah. Okay.
Again,
No.
it's two abused people.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's
You're
there.
both been highly abused. And that's a turn, because you right away you're like going, oh yeah, oh yeah, don't look at me, don't look at me. Yeah, oh yeah. And before you say, Brandon, okay, we're climbing the hill, give her a hit, hold it out. Carolyn, take it.
No.
Because when you say, I've lost it completely. Come
Yeah.
on. Okay. Now we're climbing a
Oh, yeah.
hill.
Okay.
Yeah. But don't look at me. We're going up the hill. See, the
Funny.
whole thing is you're having sex, but you don't want him to look at you.
Yeah.
And you've got a blindfold on, but you can tell he's staring at you.
Yeah.
And he says that, but it's weird. It's like you're looking directly at me.
Mhm.
And you lose it.
Okay.
So you got to turn her on again, Brandon.
Okay.
Well, you're both got to be turned on.
Where's
Okay.
that?
And I love that after you both
Right
have
there.
sex, you say, well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
going to need more towels.
That's funny.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's kind of a funny thing.
No, it's hysterical,
Yeah.
Carolyn. I love it. So do I just leave my name on it?
You know, that's
It's
funny
really
that I didn't,
hysterical.
funny.
It is. So work on that when you guys get in the room. Please
Okay.
work on that.
All right. Thank you.
It's hysterical. You're staring at me. You're blindfolded. You don't realize that. But you're like, well, I'm feeling very uncomfortable because you're looking right at me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
Funny.
funny.
I know.
And it would be even
agree.
funnier if you had like a man's tie over over your eyes, Carolyn.
Me? Oh God. All right. Well,
Yeah, because he says you have to be blindfolded. I mean,
yeah.
it's a man's tie over your eyes. You're probably taking this poor guy's tie and put it over your eyes. I mean, this is something you guys do probably every day while you're staying in the hotel.
Or motel.
It's funny. Good
think so.
work, guys.
My meeting is over, by the way. I don't have to be bothered with that. So it's over.
Good.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. All right. Next. Okay, Pauline, remember, you've got to be amused and highly. You think this is funny.
Okay.
All right.
Otto, what
Oh,
are
no,
you
no,
doing?
Pauline, let
Yeah.
him really get into a
Okay.
yoga position.
Okay.
Time, just be staring at him. And Andy, you can even be going Nam Myoho Renge Kyo Nam, whatever you want to do. And gently break his transition there, Pauline. Otto.
Otto, what are you doing?
It's a Buddhist meditation technique. Focuses the aggression. Monks used to do this before they went into battle.
What kind of Buddhism is this, Otto?
It's an early tantric. What is this?
Well, in order to get information, I might have to get friendly with him.
When you say friendly, what are we talking about here? Cordial? Courteous? Supportive? What?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just see what happens.
So friendly might include actual what? Penetration, would you say?
Look, I don't need your jealousy right now.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Hey, I'm merely curious. Me? Jealous of that fop? The tits?
What about my tits?
Does he get to handle them?
Yes. That's my forecast. I'll stand by that.
Nuzzling?
I think $20 million is worth nuzzling. 80% chance there.
Sucking?
I thought you weren't jealous.
I'm not. I don't believe in jealousy. It's for the weak. One thing though, touch his dick and he's dead.
Oh.
That was very funny, Andy. You could see you getting more and more pissed. I'm not angry. I don't get angry. You can even go further with it because this is very broad. I think Kevin Kline played this role, but it's very broad comedy and it's very funny. Pauline, that was good. And now, Pauline, you have a tendency, honey, to lean over. You're always leaning over like this.
Okay.
But if you're sitting up like this when you do that, looking down, what about my tits? Do you know what I mean? You're driving him crazy. You've got a tight sweater on, no bra. You're voluptuous, you're beautiful. Well, and what's pissing you off, because you are a little pissed off, is he has said that he's your brother to this man. He's placed you in this position. So when you say, I really don't need you to be jealous, you mean it. He's the one that is making you go do this. You didn't want to do it. But now that you're going to do it, you're going to do it and have fun. So you need to really sit up and hold your power. Because leaning over like this, Pauline, gives away your power.
Okay.
And when you laugh, it's got to be just a funny laugh.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't force it, and if you don't want to laugh, it could be just a big smile.
Okay.
I got you. Okay.
Okay.
So, I think, Andy, even more of, I loved your facial expressions, but more of, you're holding it in. You're not going to get angry because I'm not an angry man. And Pauline, more from you. Oh, really? You're not? Then what's happening? You got him. You got him here. He's the one that planned this whole thing out. And what happens after this is total fiasco. It's very funny. I mean, I think John Cleese rents a houseboat from friends and they come home early with their children and they catch you and him, you know, naked. I mean, it's pretty hysterical. And then Andy arrives to make sure you're not making love, which is even more hysterical. And it's total pandemonium after that. It's really a Pink Panther kind of moment. Okay, so you guys work on building this.
Thank you.
Welcome, it's good work. All right, Andy, stay in. Isabella.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll see you then. Okay. Bye. Our Chinese investors are getting nervous. I have to fly to Shenzhen on Monday to talk to them now.
That's Cassian's birthday.
Yeah, I know. I hate to miss it, but this is important.
You think your son's birthday is important. Get someone else to handle it. Unless there's another reason you're out of town.
What are you saying?
I know you're having an affair.
Jesus, Astrid.
Let's just get through the wedding and we'll deal with it after. I don't want to make a scene.
You find out I'm having an affair with another woman and you're worried about making a scene?
You'd rather I scream and carry on?
Yes, honestly. I wish you would. It would show you cared about more than just yourself and your family.
Don't try to turn this on me. I'm not the one who screwed up.
Of course not. You're always the prettiest, richest, most perfect girl in the room, while I'm just this lucky bastard who'll never measure up.
Don't say that.
Know what you're thinking. That's why you hide your shoes, the jewelry you buy. As if every minute of my life I'm not reminded of it.
Of
I'm
course.
just tired. I'm tired of having nothing I do matter, including having the affair.
Of course, what you do matters. How can you say that?
Okay. Couple things here. Isabella. I think you're too nice to him. I mean, I think you're too nice. How long do you think you've known he's been cheating?
A while.
How does that make you feel?
Bad.
Absolutely. And I think you're angry. I think you're much more angry. I know you're trying to be supportive of him, which you show me. But I think that the minute he says he's going to miss both of your child's birthday, that's a no-no, because that's family. And how dare he? I mean, you are beautiful, you are rich, you are sophisticated. Many, many suitors wanted you. You chose him. And if he can't get it, next. I mean, you're trying to save your marriage, but also I think you're pretty angry at what he's doing to you now. You know, because you're playing way too nice. You know, I'd love to marry you, you know, and cheat on you because you're so sweet about it, you know. So I think that you have to find where you start getting very aggravated at him. I mean, you're listening to him at the beginning while you're putting on your makeup, which I liked. And then when you say it's, you know, the child's birthday, and he says, I know, and that's when you say unless, and I think with the unless, you're waiting, and you did really well for him to confess to you. But the problem about him confessing is at this point, you've had it. You've had it with your family. You've had it with all your girlfriends. You've had it with everybody because it's just crazy. Why are you still remaining married? Well, why do you think you're still remained married to this man?
I love him, and then also my family expectations. I don't want to get divorced.
Exactly. It's a big no-no. Big no-no. So how dare he put you in this position? I think we need to show that more. So you guys need to know. I think where Andy starts to say, and I think, Andy, you really need to mean it, the prettiest, the richest. I don't think they're all in the same breath and manner. You're the prettiest, also the richest, you know. Everyone wants you. I mean, it's got to kill you that everyone wants this beautiful woman who chose you. And why did she choose you? You don't know why, really. You know, why me? At first you were very proud, but now it's like a pain in your ass. Andy, also at the beginning, you must look into the eye of the camera, even when you're talking on the phone. Yeah, okay. No,
Okay.
I'll be there. And then you must look at her. You know, we've got problems, you know. I'm going to have to go.
Oh.
Isabella, how do you feel at the end of it? What is the last line? Andy, that you have the last line, right?
No, I have. I say, of
no,
course, what you do matters. How can you say that? And then I'm sad.
So I think, Isabella, at that point, you need to cut him right off, right at his ankles. Of course I do. Who else could go through this shit with you? Do you know what I'm saying? I think that this woman's had it.
Okay.
And you'll find working with directors like I just did, they'll change their minds a lot because they need to watch you. And then after watching you, they figure out what works and what doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? So we as actors have to be, okay, well, you know, we can't say, well, but last time you told me, which of course you didn't say, Isabella, but I'm just saying to everybody, we can't do that ever. We have to just, whatever you say, we'll do next. Okay. So, and Andy, I think you're resentful when you start to say the richest, most beautiful, you know, there's something about it when you say you're the prettiest, most beautiful, richest, you know,
right.
you got to build that up more. Okay, everybody come back. Eamon, did we do you?
Yes.
We did, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rooms now. And Andy and Isabella and Pauline, you're all gonna go in the same room, okay? So let me get my breakout rooms. Okay, so let's go. So room 1, we're gonna put Andy and Isabella and Pauline. Okay, room 2, we're gonna put Alyssa. Alyssa was with
Amen.
Eamon. And in room 3, we're gonna put Brandon and Carolyn. It's 9:17. I'll come back to you guys around 9:35. Okay, I'm opening all rooms. Please go to your rooms. Okay. We ready for our final performance? Who
Okay.
wants to go first?
We can go
Okay.
if you want even.
Yeah.
Alyssa and Eamon.
Yep. It'd be so amazing if you could get a letter to Nikki from me.
I'd have to hide it from Veronica. She's not into breaking the law, which this letter would definitely be doing.
But would you do it?
I'd have to be careful. I'm already on thin ice with my family. You should hear how I lost my job
How'd you lose your job?
by having sex with everybody in the office.
Everybody?
I was very depressed after Tommy died. It was a lot of people.
We don't have to talk about it.
Thanks.
How many were there?
11.
Wow.
I know.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Okay.
Can I ask you one more question? Were there any women?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What was that like?
Hot.
Jesus Christ. Was it like older women, a sexy teacher who wants to seduce you?
Made me sit on her lap and do things. Yeah.
What, you sat on her lap?
Mm-hmm.
She told you what to do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Nikki hated when I talked like this. Made me feel like such a pervert. Maybe we should change the subject.
I don't mind it.
You don't, do you?
No. But then people were getting into fights in the parking lot at work and in the bathroom. And the boss called me into his office and tried to pin it all on me. So I accused him of harassment, and then they fired me, sent me home, and put me on some meds.
I get it. The song that was playing when my wife was in the shower with the history teacher.
Heard about that.
It was my wedding song. And when I hear it, I kind of go crazy. Sometimes I hear it when it's not even playing.
Wow.
Yeah. So they put me on medication, which I feel ashamed of.
Yeah,
So I know.
me do.
I just got to get a strategy, you know?
Me too.
We better get back to the letter.
Yeah, let's get back to the letter.
What if you told Nikki when Veronica was in the bathroom?
Yes, that could work. I love that.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go home and write the letter right now.
Can I at least finish my tea?
Wait, what?
My tea, can I finish it?
Wait a minute. Did Veronica tell Nikki about our dinner? Why would she do that? Was it a test?
I kind of got that feeling, yeah.
God damn it. I knew it was a test. How did I do? I think I did pretty well.
Yeah, she said you were cool, basically.
Basically, was I some percentage not cool?
No, but she said we were cool, but you know,
No, I don't know.
sort of how you are. It's fine, relax.
What do you mean, how am I? What does that mean?
Sort of like me?
Sort of like you? I hope to God she doesn't tell Nikki that.
Why?
Because it's just not right. Lumping you and I together. I mean, it's just wrong. And Nikki wouldn't like that, especially after all the shit you told me.
You think that I'm crazier than you?
Well, because, well, we're different. I mean,
Oh my God. Ugh, you're killing me. You know what? Forget I offered to help you. Forget the entire fucking idea.
Look.
Because that must have been fucking crazy. Because I am so much crazier than you.
keep your voice down.
I'm just the crazy slut with the dead husband. Forget it.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you. You shut the fuck up.
Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany.
Well, that was good. That was good. I don't know, something happened a little itty bit, Alicia, with your camera. I'm
Oh,
not
really?
quite sure what happened, but it it would stop for a second, but then it would pick you right back up. So
Oh, it's
I'm
weird.
not
Maybe the
sure if it's
internet is-
anything to be worried about. It might be the background you chose. I'm not sure, but it was really good, you guys.
Hmm.
I mean, you
Yeah,
took my
this is just my
notes.
wall, so I don't know.
Oh,
what
it's your wall?
Yeah.
It could have been. I don't know. You'll have to look at it tonight when I put it up and see. But
Okay.
it was really good. You hit the marks I wanted, that I asked you to hit. There was one thing that I didn't understand that maybe you can help me with, the two of you.
Mm.
When you start to get angry at her, Eamon, when you say, did someone put you up to this?
Yeah.
There's no hint of that happening. And I'm just wondering why you say that. It's when she says, can I just finish my tea?
I'm in the dark about it as well. I was wondering about it myself. I just thought that when I first read it, I thought this guy's just acting paranoid.
Yeah. No,
But
I got that, but I'm just wondering.
somehow he figures out that this was a setup of some sort. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to watch the movie again to see,
Well, no,
understand.
I mean, yeah, I think that you played it really well. I just wondered if there was some hint in the text, if there was some notes or something that
No,
isn't that interesting because all she does is say, can I just finish my tea?
yeah, I know. That's
I
beyond
feel
me.
like the lack of something is almost the hint that he's really paranoid or something. Because
Can
it's
we
like,
take it back to that point for one moment?
mhm.
And Eamon, take a break there and just think about it. And then let that weird thing come over you.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Is this a setup? Do you know what I mean? In other
Yeah.
words, I don't want you to rush it. I want to see the crazy thing that comes into your brain there.
Okay.
So let's take it back just to that moment. Oh, excuse me. Let me take myself out.
Can I at least finish my tea?
Wait. What?
My tea, can I finish it?
Wait a minute. Did Veronica tell Nikki about our dinner? Why would she do that? Was it a test?
Kind of got that feeling, yeah.
God damn it. I knew it. It was a test. How did I do? I think I did pretty well.
Yeah, she said you were cool, basically.
Basically, was I some percentage not cool?
No, she said you were cool, but
No, I don't know.
sort of how you are. It's fine, relax.
What do you mean, how I am? What does that mean?
Sort of like me.
Sort of like you? I hope to God she didn't tell Nikki that.
Why?
Because it's just not right. Lumping you and I together. I mean, it's just wrong. And Nikki wouldn't like that, especially after all the shit you told me.
You think that I'm crazier than you?
Well, because as well, we're different. I mean,
Oh my God. Ugh, you're killing me. You know what? Forget I offered to help you. Forget the entire fucking idea. Because that must have been fucking crazy because I am so much crazier than
keep
you.
your voice down.
I'm just the crazy slut with the dead husband. Forget it.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you. You shut the fuck up.
Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany.
It's good. I think it really worked better with you taking that break, Eamon, and thinking about it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it gives Alyssa a treat, a timeout to go to where you went to.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, you guys. It was really good. I enjoyed that scene. So just so you know, it's Silver Linings Playbook. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right, kids, good work.
Thanks.
You're good, Alyssa. Next. Carolyn Lorenzo and Brandon. Turn on your sound. There you go. All right.
I'll jump in your shower as soon as this buzz kicks in.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What's the grammatical significance of the sentence, why run from fire ants?
Is this a test?
No, it's just I was wondering what the grammatical significance is of the sentence, why run from fire ants?
Ah, well, every vowel is in there from starting with the U and going to the A, right? It's backwards.
Well, I guess it's easy for you to know. For a sentence, I mean, I wish there was one word with all the vowels in it, but in alphabetical order.
Facetious?
Son of a bitch. Really? Really?
I got it.
You're brilliant.
Give me another one.
You're a genius. These questions are for tests that are given to geniuses. I got a hold of your school records guide, Tribby, your eighth grade counselor on your file.
Let me see that.
Just before you dropped out saying that you showed signs of being a genius. FedEx was waiting for me when I got here. I told you I was good.
Mr. Leavenworth, what a dick eater. Told me I was a useless loser, and then he makes secret notes saying that he thinks I'm smart. Glad I stole his bike and shaved his cat.
You just really never had a chance to shine in school. You just never had a chance to realize it.
I had a shitty upbringing. My dad wasn't around. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Who skated through their adolescence?
Where was your father?
I don't know.
Hmm.
You got something there? Where's your pen?
Well, maybe he was brilliant. Maybe your mom was too. Because they say sometimes it's brilliance and photographic memory, which you have are inherited.
It didn't come from mom. She hated everything to do with education. This one time when I was a kid, I tried to get into the local spelling bee, ironically enough, and she burned my favorite dictionary.
Terrible. Is that why you're here? A chance to do something that you weren't able to do while she was alive?
We in interview mode now? Come on, you can't just have a normal conversation. You have to turn everything into an interview.
I'm a reporter.
So can't you talk too?
You know what you have are problems, Guy Tribby.
You're a shrink too, right? A shrink on top of being a reporter? I don't know how you cram it all in. And you're the one with the problem. You have to be blindfolded to get off. That's a problem.
Oh, well, don't worry about that, Guy, because it's never gonna happen again.
Great.
Yeah, great.
You promise?
Oh, I wouldn't let you near my vagina again if you paid me $1 million. Don't look at me.
What?
Don't look at me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Do not look at me.
Okay. Do not look at me. Do not look at me. You're fucking staring at me. You're fucking staring at me, you know? It's kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Okay. All right.
Don't look at me. Now I have to start over again. I'm sorry. I lost it. I lost it.
I understand. Okay.
Lo-
Okay.
Lost it. Lost it. So we can be here all night?
Build it up.
Okay.
Climbing the mountain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. One foot in front of the other. Okay, now we're jogging. Now we're jogging. Who wants to run?
Don't look at me. Do you want me to grab your balls? Do you want me to stick my finger up your asshole?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, don't look at me. I'm walking out the door. Wow. Okay. Second time, shame on me.
I had a good time too, thanks.
So if I need fresh towels in the morning, I should just put my name on them. Well, see you tomorrow or whatever. You know.
Bye. You know, if you really had it together, you wouldn't leave your underwear.
Interesting, you know. It was a funny scene. You guys made it work. The only thing that I would say, Brandon,
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning you snorted a little too much cocaine.
Oh.
He
You
doesn't
have
know.
to maybe 2 or 3 times at the most, but you did it
Okay.
quite a few times. And unfortunately, with anything like that, we have to be careful.
Right.
But otherwise, you took everything I asked you to do and you did it. And it was very interesting. There were some things that came out that for you, I found very good. Brandon, you're starting to kind of get relaxed and go for things now.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of looked like a bellhop there. I don't know what it was, but it was funny. I started to see what Carolyn had pointed out. And Miss Carolyn, you looked into the camera the entire time.
Wonderful.
You really did.
Good.
I mean, you could have knocked me off my seat. I was
I'm
very
glad.
happy about that.
I'm glad. Thanks.
And it wasn't an easy scene to do. It's a very weird
Mhm.
scene. We need to find out where this came from.
Yeah. I'll look it up. I'll see if I can find something and I'll share it
Me
with you.
too. But
Okay.
it really turned out very interesting. I think the only thing I would ask is I need to see you completion, Carolyn. And where do you think she's complete? She's had a
Yeah. Well, at the end it says it there. Don't look at me. And then that's line. Yeah, walking out the door. Wow. Okay. Second time, shame on me. That's kind of like, well, I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Don't look at me.
so
Yeah.
can you do for me,
Yeah.
one final don't look at me. Ah!
Okay.
Second time, shame on me. Can we just take it from there?
Okay, let me see. Yeah, that's the right place. Okay, so I guess he
Oh,
said,
let me get off here, please.
so, all right, whatever, I'll find it. Guy,
It's at the very end.
okay. Okay. Oh, 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 don't look at me. Wow. Second time, shame on me.
I had a good time too, thanks.
So if I need fresh towels in the morning, I just put my name on this. Well, see you tomorrow or whatever. You know.
Bye. You know, if you really had it together, you wouldn't leave your underwear.
That's really good. That really worked.
Mhm.
Because then yeah, it's like she's
Yeah.
finished.
I got you. You're right. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
that's
right.
good. Good work, guys. Good work. Thank you. All right, my next two. Isabella and the Amber.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Yes, that's right. Okay. Yeah, Monday works. Okay. Looking forward to seeing you too. Okay, bye. Our Chinese investors are getting nervous. I have to fly to Shenzhen on Monday and try to talk them down.
That's Cassian's birthday.
Yeah, I know. I hate to miss it, but this is important.
You don't think your son's birthday is important? Get someone else to do it. Unless there's another reason you're out of town.
What are you saying?
I know you're having an affair.
Jesus, Astrid.
Let's just get through the wedding and we'll deal with it after. I don't want to make a scene.
You find out I'm having an affair with another woman and you're worried about making a scene?
You'd worry I scream and carry on?
Yes. Honestly, I wish you would. It would show you cared about more than what people thought of you and your family.
Don't try to turn this on me. I'm not the one who screwed up.
Of course not. You're always the prettiest, richest, most perfect girl in the room. While I'm just this lucky bastard who'll never measure up.
Don't say that.
I know what you're thinking, Astrid. That's why you hide your shoes, the jewelry you buy. As if every minute of my life, I'm not reminded of it. I'm just tired. I'm tired of having nothing I do matter, including having the affair.
Of course, what you do matters. How can you say that?
Good. Can you take that last line over again, Isabella, and split it for me? Of course you do matters, but I think you've got to be angry at the end. Of course you do matters. Do you know what I mean? You're tired of having to say this to him. Can you do that?
Okay.
Let's see. Lead her in, Andy.
Okay. I'm tired of having nothing I do matter, including having the affair.
Of course, what you do matters. How can you say that?
No, be more angry. Isabella, you're pissed at him now. Just try being upset.
I'm tired of having nothing I do matter, including having the affair.
Of course, what you do matters. How can you say that?
God, Isabella, you can't get angry, can you? Come on, just say it. Just be pissed at him. He's feeling sorry for himself. Why do you have to be his cheerleader? Be pissed. Go ahead, do it without him saying it.
Of course, what you do matters. How can you say that?
Isabella. Isabella. Now say it.
Of course, what you do matters. How can you say that?
You hate me, you hate me, you hate me, you hate me, Isabella.
Should I feed the line?
Yeah, do it. Really whine there for a second. Isabella, this pisses you off. Now, come on. You can't be nice here.
I'm tired of having nothing I do matter, including having the affair.
Of course, what you do matters. How can you say that?
Okay, well, we now know Isabella is very easy to manipulate and she doesn't get angry, which is a nice thing to know. You're a nice lady, Isabella. All right, can't get it out of her. Tonight she'll probably in the middle of her sleep go, "Ah, I can do it." All right, let's do our last one. Sit up straight, Pauline.
Mm.
Otto, what are you doing?
It's a Buddhist meditation technique. It focuses the aggression. Monks used to do this before they went into battle.
And what kind of Buddhism is this, Otto?
It's an early tantric. What is this?
Oh, well, in order to get information, I might have to get friendly with him.
When you say friendly, what are we talking about here? Cordial? Courteous? Supportive? What?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just see what happens.
So friendly might include actual what? Penetration, would you say?
Look, I do not need your jealousy right now.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Hey, I'm merely curious. Me? Jealous of that fop? The tits.
What about my tits?
Does he get to handle them?
Yes, that's my forecast. I'll stand by that.
Nuzzling?
I think $20 million is worth nuzzling. I'll give that an 80% chance.
Sucking.
I thought you weren't jealous.
I'm not. I don't believe in jealousy. It's for the weak. One thing though. Touch his dick and he's dead.
Okay, can we do that scene over one more time, Pauline? You got to be a little bit quicker.
Okay.
This is comedy. You can't take long pauses like that.
Okay.
You had the right stuff going, just faster.
Okay. Otto, what are you doing?
It's a Buddhist meditation technique. It focuses the aggression. Monks used to do this before they went into battle.
What kind of Buddhism is this, Otto?
It's an early tantric. What is this?
Well, in order to get information, I might have to get friendly with him.
When you say friendly, what are we talking about here? Cordial? Courteous? Supportive? What?
I don't know. Let's just see what happens.
So friendly might include actual what? Penetration, would you say?
Look, I do not need your jealousy right now.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Hey, I'm merely curious. Me? Jealous of that fop? The tits.
What about my tits?
Does he get to handle them?
Yes, That's my forecast. I'll stand by that.
Nuzzling.
I think $20 million is worth nuzzling. 80% chance there.
Sucking.
I thought you weren't jealous.
I'm not. I don't believe in jealousy. It's for the weak. One thing though. Touch his dick, and he's dead.
Good. That was so much better. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody come back. It was better. All right, you guys. We had some, where's Carolyn? There she is. We had, this was a good night. This was interesting stuff. A little sexual, but sorry. Huh. Nothing I can say there. All right, I'll send the commercials on to you. And I'll see you next week, okay?
Wonderful. Have a
Okay.
nice evening, everybody.
Big hugs.
Yeah, thank you, Anna.
Goodbye.
Hey,
Bye.
night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.